Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Sagittarius December 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is, as far as December goes, the sun will be in Sagittarius from the 1st until the 22nd. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on the self. The appearance, the outlook on life, making first impressions, one's vitality, energy, new beginnings, a grandmother. It could be people that were prominent in your early childhood. And given that we're talking about Sagittarius energy, a lot of this could be done with a lot of exuberance, enthusiasm, ebullience, a lot of effervescent energy, a lot of positive energy as well. And really, and done very optimistically, done really with that power the power of positive thinking, a lot of philanthropy as well, and perhaps especially with matters with a grandmother or even someone that might have been prominent or instrumental in new beginnings for you, or even people that were prominent in your early childhood. Now, this could also give a lot of, you might have a lot more energy and vitality, more so than usual at this time, Sagittarius. And the thing too is, in some cases though, this could indicate an issue with the left or right eye depending on gender, because the sun in astrology, it rules the left or right eye depending on gender. And you're talking about, Sagittarius doesn't do anything in small doses. It can be something in a very large issue. Sometimes maybe there's some enlargement in the eye or some major swelling or something. But anyway, that's very isolated. Now, anyway, the next thing up is, as far as December goes, the sun will be in Capricorn from the 22nd until the 31st. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, well, some cases this may, not in some cases I should say, there can be, not saying this right, I'm sorry, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on financial matters, monetary matters, resources, possessions, values, self-worth, self-esteem, and it could, and also too, given you're talking about Capricorn energy, this could be done a very methodical manner, a lot of seriousness, but a lot of intransigent energy as well, but very orthodox and conventional. Really, if you're focusing on making money at this time, it could be done using very tried and true methods. You may not be really thinking about going outside the box, so to speak, even though as a Sagittarius you might be tempted to, but it could be focused on a lot of conservative ways in terms of generating income and being very conservative regarding your finances in general. Now, in some cases, this could shine the light, so to speak, on a Capricorn possession. It might be something you might have been looking for some time. It might be something government or politically related, or just anything. It could be some kind of dental item, anything that could be, or business related, anything that could be Capricorn related, or just something connected with your career in general. It could be some kind of planner, like a financial planner, whatever, because Capricorn is about premeditation, and it could be very strong focus on, as far as planning, as far as financial planning at this time, given you're talking about the second house and Capricorn energy. Of course, Capricorn could be very well associated with premeditation and planning. Next thing up, there will be a full moon in Gemini on December 12th, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, well, this could manifest in a multitude of ways. One way this may pan out, this could be about the completion or culmination of some Gemini relationship. It could be with a Gemini sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Gemini traits. It could be something that might have been somewhat superficial, or lacks substance or depth, or it could have been something that was had a lot of communication, but maybe it didn't have an overabundance of anything else. Or it could be something too, when you're talking about full moons in astrology, it could also be a time where one becomes tired, exasperated, or simply full of something. It could be one where one becomes really tired, exasperated, or full of an overly mercurial, mischievous, gossiping, vacillating, even two-faced, even dual-natured in some cases. Could be a significant other, a grandmother, somebody that you might have a business partnership with. And you may also be, this could also be the ending of some communication that might be tied into a business partnership, or with a significant other, a grandmother, or maybe the communications over a legal matter are finally in, or maybe something that you wanted regarding communication over a legal matter is finally unveiled or revealed. Full moons in astrology can again also be about revelations or unveilings of things. Now this could be a revelation or unveiling, again over an overly gossiping, could be a mischievous somebody that's slandering, or somebody it's lying nearly compulsively. Could be somebody that could be a grandmother or a significant other, a business partnership. Could be somebody you're in a close friendship with as well. And it could also be in some cases the completion or culmination of some kind of Gemini business partnership. It could be something with data, satellite communications, journalism, something with writing, something with some kind of computer firm, anything that could be Gemini related, something that requires like dexterity. It could be some auto mechanic business or refrigeration mechanic business, anything that's Gemini related, because those things I just described require dexterity. So anyway, next thing up, there will be a new moon solar eclipse on December 26th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, this could manifest in a number of ways. When you're talking about new moon, you're talking about solar eclipses in astrology. It's basically like an amplified or intensified new moon. It's something that could have very long implications, or something that's a lot more sustained as far as its impact and effect, in contrast to a regular new moon. Now, given you're talking about Capricorn second house energy. Now, I've talked about, solar eclipses could be rather serendipitous. I think in a lot of instances you could have something that starts out rather negatively, but might manifest in something positive. This could be an example, could be something where one might encounter some kind of financial restriction or limitation, and perhaps it leads to getting maybe more structure in one's finances and discipline, and it could be something that the person follows up on in a life, as far as their life goes, in terms of doing this consistently. Or it could be something to, again, a financial limitation or restriction may lead to maybe a Capricorn type money making endeavor, such as, like, if, let's say, you're going through some bad times monetarily, maybe you're talking with somebody, or somebody overhears you talking about this, and maybe you get some kind of job offering in something Capricorn related, such as accounting, or something with business or info technology, dentistry, something that could be, again, Capricorn related. And could also be a time too where, or another example could be where somebody might have some limitation or restriction in their self-esteem, or somebody feeling very despondent or melancholy, of course, could impact the self-esteem and self-worth, which is second house related. Maybe inspires the person to do something more consistent that might improve how they feel about themselves, such as working out vigorously, and it could have lifelong implications. Could also be a time where one may just simply start something Capricorn related, as far as a money-making endeavor that could be very sustained, again, such as something with accounting, business management, administration, something with dentistry. It could be something with some kind of government or political work, anything that could be Capricorn related. And remember, the second house is also about possessions at this time as well. And it could be the purchase of some kind of, it could be some Capricorn related item that maybe just has something government or politically related. That maybe, something government related, I mean, and that might have some value in the future, or might have some impact on you one way or another, as far as something that could be long term. It could just be finding some kind of possession that might really have some long term implications at this time. I mean, this could be, I mean, remember, you're talking about new moon solar eclipses. They can manifest in so many different ways. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Scorpio as far as December goes, from the 1st until the 9th. So the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could manifest in a number of ways. Well, one way this could manifest, this could be about really thinking about using guile to weed out hidden adversaries, and really just being, being very cunning and shrewd in your thinking in order to do this, using guile to weed out hidden adversaries or hidden enemies. It could be about a lot of secretive conversations in solitude and seclusion at this time. Sagittarius could also be a time where you might find yourself having more provocative, deep, probing, incisive conversations with an aunt or an uncle, someone prominent in your private life. It could be communicating with those less fortunate than yourself, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, and the homeless. And also, too, remember that, as I've stated in previous excuse me, people, as I've stated in previous videos, I'm sorry, Mercury can also be about siblings. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that. But again, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Scorpio traits that might figure prominently, more so in your limitations, your restrictions. It could be secret sorrows, dealing with hidden adversaries. It could be self-undoing, or in any way, given matters with an aunt or an uncle even. And given that you're talking about, I mean, a lot of this can be, whether they're beneficial or more to your detriment, a lot of it could be predicated and dependent on aspects that are made to points in your chart. Say a sexstar trine your natal Jupiter. These people may be more auspicious in these 12th house matters, but let's say an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, it might go the opposite way. It might cause some loss and even more sorrow in these matters. So anyway, next thing up, well, Mercury will be in Sagittarius as far as December goes, from the 9th until the 29th. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, one way this may pan out, this could be a time where you might be more loquacious, more voluble, more so than usual, Sagittarius. You might find yourself talking about your own characteristics about yourself, as such as being very expansive, buoyant, jovial, jocular, philosophical, anything Sagittarius related. It could also be where you're really more, you might find yourself at the same time talking about Sagittarius like new beginnings, perhaps. It could be something with philosophy, law, religion, higher education, translation, something sports related, anything. It could be foreign travel, anything that could be Sagittarius related. And as I've stated before, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Sagittarius traits that might figure more prominently in new beginnings, your outlook, making first impressions, matters with the physical body at this time, especially if this is actually hitting one's first house in one's natal chart, matters with a grandmother, people that were prominent in your early childhood. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Capricorn as far as December goes, from the 29th until the 31st. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, one way this may manifest, this might be about a lot of, your mind might be dominated by making money at this time. It might be where you're thinking about making a lot of financial plans at this time, as Capricorn could be very premeditative. energy, but your thinking may be more intransigent and inflexible in second house matters, such as matters concerning your resources, your possessions, and making money. But guard against becoming too melancholy and despondent in your way of thinking, because this could impact one's self-worth and self-esteem, considering this is the second house at this time. But you might find yourself too communicating about doing things Capricorn related as far as generating income goes, such as something with the government, politics, something with business, something with dentistry, info technology, accounting, business administration. It could be a time too where you might be at this time. Remember that, as I've stated before, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Capricorn traits. And it might be, they might figure very prominently in your self-worth, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, income generated, your possessions, your resources at this time. It even matters with buying and selling, and whether they're more to your detriment or beneficial to you. A lot of that could be predicated and dependent on aspects that are made to points in your chart. A sextile or trine to your natal Jupiter, they might be more auspicious in these matters and beneficial. Let's say an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, it could go the opposite way, and especially with matters like with self-worth, self-esteem, your money, they might be more to your detriment, might be causing some sorrow and sadness in these areas. Last but not least, Venus will be in Capricorn as far as December goes, from the 1st until the 20th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, one way this may manifest, if you're unattached at this time, Sagittarius, you may connect with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Capricorn characteristics. It might be somebody that might figure prominently in how you feel about yourself, your self-worth, your self-esteem, your money at this time. It could be somebody you might meet at the place you generate income. It could also be a time too where you value consistency, responsibility, discipline, and structure in monetary matters at this time, perhaps more so than usual, and also value conventionality in those matters and being orthodox, not really going outside the box, maybe sticking with the true and the tried. But it could also be a very auspicious time for making money, doing something Capricorn related, since we're talking about Venus and the second house, and both are of course associated with money and generating income. It could be doing something with accounting, business administration, some kind of business analyst, or some kind of financial planner, even doing something with politics, government related work, business in general. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Sagittarius December 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Sagittarius December 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.